good morning, cyber traders. Happy Tuesday. Let's get ready and rock and roll here. What a nice, beautiful day today. A lot of good things that are moving. How's everybody doing? Good to see you, Michael. Everybody on YouTube, Facebook Live, welcome back. Looks like we've got a couple of decent little runners right now. We got this PALI that's going up nice and easy, nice and steady. But a couple of good swing traders are moving pretty well. We're first, but before we do that, let's talk about what's going on. I mean, the market, you could see we're up about 179 points. Got a little bit of action going on. Oil is obviously made a nice little rally. You can see that. Listen, I don't see this oil going down anytime soon. I know the President Biden went to overseas in Europe, went to go talk to him about a couple of things. Listen, be careful of the cyber attacks. I think that's the biggest warning. And, you know, somebody brought a really, I was watching some of the financials. I like to watch Sunday, the financial stations. And, you know, like even like Barron's is actually pretty good over the weekend. It gives you some good stock analogies of what's going on. But one thing I heard here that obviously we've got to be really careful. And by the way, remember, I always tell you, catastrophes make opportunities. But we could always sanction Russia, but Russia can't sanction us. But what they can do is a cyber attack. So if they do something, I mean, I think President Biden was mentioned that be careful, corporate America, because they might be hitting them. And listen, if they did a blackout in New York, shut the water off or something like that, you know what's going to end up happening. Riots, this, that, we saw what happened in the past. You can see companies get affected. So my point on bringing this up is let's keep an eye on certain stocks that can affect it or could benefit from it. Unfortunately, this is our job. I just want you to be prepared, because we hope for the best, but you got to be prepared for the worst. Remember, the biggest problem everyone has, what we teach at Cyber Trade University, we always say all the time, is people don't know how to take losses, and that's what we got to focus on. Now, let's talk about some of the stocks that moved yesterday for some of you that were here, that traded. I know we had a couple of decent stocks. I want to start off with the NRSN trade. Let me just bring this back about 2 days, so you can see what happened here. So this stock right here was a really, really beautiful run. I mean, this is very rare for a Monday, but this is what you look forward to, okay? Here you have a stock that goes from $2 right at the open and had a really nice pre-market trade. Let me zoom in over here to see a little bit better. But this was just like very, very rare to get on a Monday. Right at the gate, 9:30, it does a little shake. And then right 9:45, it goes up. I think a lot of you guys started jumping in right around here, around 270, after it broke the previous resistance levels back around 8:30 in the morning. And then boom, Fausto flag, shake, $4. All the way up to $4.50, shake. All the way up to about $7. And then even if you came a little bit late at 12 o'clock, let's say some of you from a different part of the world, whatever, you got it, stock went from $6 all the way up to about $8 a share. This was a wonderful, wonderful runner. Unfortunately, it got pretty nasty. You could see the candlesticks. The stock was moving in dollar-cent intervals. It wasn't as bad when it started going off because it was probably doing about 10 cents moves, but that stock had a really, really nice pop. Another one, CYRN. Let's bring up that one that you guys traded yesterday. That one was a late runner. You could see that one came around 1 o'clock out of nowhere and just had a nice little push. A couple of nasty shakes here and there, but that one was also a nice mover for a Monday, which is very rare. We don't get these many runners like on a Monday. And then you had this other one going into the close, IRNT. Great pop all the way right up to the last minute. And really nice little shakes, boom, big pops, little shake pops. I mean, just everything that we focus on. What was nice about this stock is that it was a $50 stock at one point. It got really hammered, and it's one of the first days that are up, and you could see really, really nice push there. But that's the past. Let's focus on the future, and the future is what's going on today. Well, you can see on my watch list, we're getting a lot of greens, okay, a lot of greens there. Things are looking good. The Bitcoin's up about 1,600 right now. So a lot of the, blockchain stocks are doing pretty well, doing pretty decent with the Mara. I mean, Mara, if you were here earlier with us a couple of weeks ago, when this stock was at 80, I mean, it was a really, really good buy. Major support levels around 23. Remember, you want to be a good swing trader. I say this 1,000 times, okay? You have to learn how to day trade first. You have to learn how to be patient, okay? And that's some of the stocks that we traded. So that one's doing pretty well. A little something on the expensive. AB, this thing will just not go down. it just, I mean, it just keeps going. Broke all-time highs, just keeps going. So we're doing really well on that swing trade. You know, I mean, at 130 back in January, I mean, it looks a lot pretty on the chart, but not really a big mover. That one's doing pretty well. I know some of you guys looked on the DraftKings stock. That was also one of the swing trades, doing pretty well on Costco. Costco's got a break. If Costco breaks all-time highs, this thing's off to the races. All-time highs is right around 570. So we just basically tapped it, and then it came back down. So the swing trades have done pretty well. You know, still looking at the Dow, when you're looking at what's happening, we got a nice little rally from the 33,000 up to about 1,500 points right there. Still not sold on it. I'll be honest with you. I'm still not sold on a long-term effect. Listen, anything could happen with this, you know, this psychopath in Russia. I mean, he could do a nuclear bomb. They're talking about, you know, what's he talking about? Chemical warfare. You don't know. I mean, you never know. So that's what's good about being a day trader, and that's why you got to be subscribed to our alert service. So if something happens, believe me, we'll keep you up to date. Let's talk about what's moving this morning, because there were not that many stocks, but there were some pretty decent ones. I want to start off with the one we saw just before I showed you, PALI. Now, I'm going to go look at level 4. Now, hopefully everyone's starting to use their level 4. Some of you here that, you know, like I said, Thinkorswim, they just added level 4 to their platform. If you can go on my YouTube channel, I think I made about 4. Oh my God, there's that bird that, hey Rich, Josh, the bird's back. He's doing it to my window. Josh came in my office, did not change the subject. He came in my office as Fausto. There's this bird, it keeps knocking on my door. It must have like Tourette's or something. Or something's wrong with it. He just left. And the thing, he's going knocking on his window for the past month. And actually the damn thing just came to my window. So I had to tell him he's next to me in the room over. That was pretty funny though. a little sparrow. Anyway, that was pretty funny. So anyway, a couple of stocks that are moving. Hopefully everybody got the watch the video on my YouTube channel regarding how to implement on the Thinkorswim platform. Please don't buy it without watching that video, and also make sure you like it, you know, share it with your friends. But the stock has a really nice big iceberg order right here. You could see it here, about 74,000 hovering. This guy's been out here for a little while. Ivan's laughing. You're telling me I'm cracking laughing myself. I thought that was hysterical. Got a little resistance here right around $1.59. Cheap little stock, you know, not bad. You know, nice little cheap little stock. Stock took a big hit from 450. So if it gets past this $1.50 resistance levels going back in January and February, stock could probably test about $2. But it is up a lot from 8:30 this morning. A couple other stocks also I found this morning are doing pretty well. This one we found was in the morning watch list, but I don't know what happened. She kind of died. It's almost like a buyout, basically. So this stock obviously was a great run up the last couple of days. You could see it. This is how you know how to become a day trader, and then you learn how to be a swing trade. Build a gorgeous, gorgeous Fausto flag, and if you jumped in right around that time, boom, now you're at $3. Now, when I hop over here on level 4, though, just want to show you what's going on. Stock trade 27 million shares. Not really the prettiest with iceberg orders out there. So I'm not really seeing a lot of substantial blood red on the heat map. So that's the only thing that kind of turns me off. Kind of makes sense because it's not really moving too much. TRKA, and by the way, if you're subscribed to our YouTube channel, our Twitter, all these will be on there too. And obviously, if you're in the cyber group room, it doesn't really matter at all because you're going to get this right now. So here's another stock that's moving pretty nicely. Now, what I liked about this stock, it had a gorgeous, gorgeous big block order for 45,000 shares holding here at $1.25. You can see I went to $1.72 and it's hovering right here. This guy's holding it pretty strong. So when you look at here, you could see it. There's a guy right there on the chart. Remember, follow the money. You'll know why these things build support and resistance levels. So holding really strong here. Now, if that guy is gone, you know, and some of you have been, you know, being in the cyber group, last week I did really well, especially on Friday. Let me tell you, I would have made a good day into a terrible day. There was sometimes there was iceberg orders. There was one guy out there for 250,000 shares, and once he pulled his order, the thing dropped about 60, 70 cents like that. You know, and that if I wasn't there and prepared for it, I would have got myself in trouble, and that nice winner would have been a loser. A couple of stocks on the B list. KXIN. This one also, I mean, it's a lot of cheap stocks moving. I'll tell you, I'm not super sold on this morning. Level 4 looks like garbage. I mean, I don't know. That's why I put it on the B list. Might have to put it on the C list. ENSV, another one. This stock we've done really, really well. This thing ran from $1 to $9. That was a great short squeeze. Level 4, not really seeing that much out there. There's a couple of guys over here that we hear, and they just kind of pulled their order. This guy just got executed at $4. I don't know. I'm not really seeing that much. Not really seeing that much out there. Albert, thank you for this pre-market every day. Thank you, Albert. Thanks for coming, listening in. You know, always welcome. Look, great to see you here. But Albert, you have any other stocks to look at? Because that's pretty much it. I'm not really seeing that much out there. You know, there's a couple of stocks that are up. I mean, the blockchain stocks are doing pretty well, like Mara, you know, Riot, all of them. Riot, you know, all gapped up pretty nicely. But I'm not really seeing that much out there. That's about it. Anything I'm missing? Alex says, Fausto, the bird wants the tips. Well, that's why he goes back. It's funny. That's why he goes to probably Josh's window and then comes to my window. You know what I mean? But I did heard Josh told me he's been smashing some windows, you know, some car windows. Could you imagine having a bird that tipping on your window or your car? Oh my God, I would freak out, you know? Anyway, I don't know if he has covered under insurance. All right, so let's get back to trading, everybody. Market's going to be opening up in about 15 minutes. So if you're in the Cyber Group room, remember, you see something, you say something. If you're watching YouTube, Facebook Live, or you're watching this as a recording, we're back here every morning at 9 a.m. and at 2:30. And don't forget, today is Tuesday at Cyber Trade University. Tuesday at 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, we have open house. So if you want to learn what we're doing, you want to learn more about, you know, ECNs and following the money and market makers and all that stuff, don't forget to be there. Thanks, everybody. Happy trading, and we'll see you then.